How to correct unwanted dog behavior. If you are looking for information on how to correct unwanted dog behavior, there are a few things that you will want to know first. There is an abundance of information available today online and in books, so it can be confusing, especially when you have never been dog owner before. First of all, you should realize that most behavior problems can be traced to the owner. Dogs have a need for stimulation, and they will do their best to get that stimulation no matter what they are doing. It is important that you get your dog to the right place at the right time. Next, you will need to be able to identify the cause of your dog behavior problems. This is the easiest part. Once you know what your dog needs, the rest becomes much easier. Your veterinarian will be able to help you with this step, as they can perform a routine physical exam that will tell them a lot about your pet's medical history. When you are trying to identify the cause of your behavior problems, make sure that you try different approaches before you find one that works. Some people think that just because something does not work with their previous dog, that it will not work with another pet. This is not true. All it takes is a little patience, a few changes, and lots of trial and error before you finally find one that will work. Once you have found a solution that works, stick to it and work towards your goal. One way to identify where you need to focus your efforts on is by looking at your pet's past behavior problems. The behavior that you see in your pet's past may help you figure out which steps to take and which ones to avoid. Another way to determine the cause of your dog behavior problems is to observe it in action and see if there is any consistency between your dog's actions and its surroundings. It may be that you can spot the reasons why your dog does not get along with other people or dogs, and this knowledge can be a big help in determining which solution to use. If you want to know how to correct unwanted dog behavior, remember that you have a responsibility to yourself as well as a friend or companion to take care of your animal. It is important that you get your pet to the right place at the right time and make sure that you never leave it to wander off. If you have never been a dog owner before, it is easy to get confused and end up in over your head when trying to deal with dog behavior problems. This is not a responsibility that anyone wants to bear, but it is an important one. That is why you should have a little education and research done before getting your new friend. There are a number of different ways that you can start the process. Some people like to use positive reinforcement to help them get their dog to obey and do what they want. Using a treat as a reward or even just praising your pet for a job well done can be a very effective approach to training. However, the downside of using treats as a dog training technique is that they only work when you are around to give the treats, and your dog will soon learn that a treat can be used in different situations. If you want a better solution, you might want to consider using negative reinforcement. This means that instead of giving your dog a treat, you will use a verbal reprimand such as a no or an ouch. If your dog doesn't listen to your order and does not obey, then you will then give the treat and punish the bad behavior with the same word and the same reaction. You also want to remember that in addition to using a treat, you need to make sure that you praise your pet when it does something right. This is the first step towards helping your dog understand what is acceptable behavior. When you praise your pet and teach it to do what you ask of it, your dog will begin to associate positive reinforcement with good behavior. It is important that you learn how to correct unwanted dog behavior from both a basic dog training point of view and a more advanced dog behavior issues. Once you learn how to correct unwanted dog behavior, you will see improvements all of your life. You will be able to spend more quality time with your pet and feel good about the things that you say to your pet and do with your pet. Don't forget to like our video,